Hello, 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 and welcome to Let's Play Two Worlds 2, episode 12. So, I'm trying to track down Valerian.
Hello! Take a look at all we have to offer. I'm sure you'll find something that catches your eye.
This so reminds me of Assassin's Creed. Just does. Just has that feeling. Welcome to Damascus.
A little short for a city guard, aren't you? You know, they have special boots for that.
Mind if I ask how you got here?
Well, they had bigger weapons.
What were the charges?
Funny story, there weren't any. Guards around here aren't very fond of paperwork. Maybe I can teach them how to read while I'm here, you know, make a difference in someone's life.
You're awfully calm about this.
Screamers are usually the first ones to go. Would you want to listen to that all day? Bet it rattles the inside of a helmet like a church bell.
What?
Hey, what are you doing? To talk to prisoners? Get out of here.
What am I doing here wrong?
New shipment just arrived.
Service is unmatched.
New shipment just arrived from aspiring young craftsmen. Don't get left with last year's wares.
Alright, let's see. No, he's not here. He's gone. I need to find this person.
Goods fit for an emperor.
I bet they are. Not helping. Oh, you're just reading your scroll. Dude, you're so fancy, man. So fancy. Is there another house I'm supposed to check into? Alright. Head up over sewers. Brotherhood Warriors Guild.
mind?
Hmm. I pick all the locks in the. There we go.
What do we have here?
Anything good? Not really. But I'll take it. There we go. Okay.
Anything I can use?
The victims were all members of the old guard, working under Ter's Durham before Mirage took control.
That's news to me, but that might help me narrow down any potential targets. I have some work to do. Here, you've earned it.
Nice.
Find anything on Mirage?
Not yet.
Let me know.
Alright. So let's check out where we're at. Increase speed by 5%, increase speed by 5%. Interesting. Can dye your armor. Very interesting. What else? Boom. Gotta work on assassinating people more. kill this guy. Too bad, kid. You had a good run. Sometimes you just run out of luck, man.
Don't do it.
What?
Don't kill him.
Any reason in particular?
I think you know why.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think you do. How far do you really plan to take this?
As far as I have to. None of this matters. Mirage, Basil, Jared. I don't expect you to understand. But I'm here for something much more important.
Then convince him to leave the city. Tell Basil you've done your job.
I'll think about it.
What's this dude doing sitting over here? A little creeptastic. Little creeptastic, if you ask me. Alright.
Jared,
Oh, it's you. A little ironic, isn't it?
you knew they were coming?
Well, not today. Paranoia is like a wildfire in these circles. All it takes is a whisper.
Basil said the same thing.
I bet. You were fetching medicine for sickly mothers a couple days ago. Valerian's got you by both balls, doesn't he?
Jared,
Look, I understand. If I hadn't lost my nerve, I'd probably be at some other poor bastard's doorstep giving him the same somber speech. For what it's worth, I hope you find it.
Find what?
Whatever's worth all of this. Whatever's worth killing for. I thought it was my mother. Couldn't imagine anything more important. But apparently you can.
Close your eyes. I'm sorry.
I know.
That's rich.
I don't know why I decided to kill him. I feel like it's a safer move. I feel like it's a safer move. Got a skill point.
Hey!
Let's get this over with.
What the heck? This is not appreciated. It's interesting. You just apparently walk up to the wrong house and you can get killed at the front door. Where am I supposed to go now? The elimination job. Where did it go?
Whatever you need, you'll find it all right here and right now.
I won't be beat.
My mistake.
Quality.
Exotic wares.
Can't talk to her. Interesting.
So, it's done then?
Mm-hmm.
It's done.
Fine. That's what I wanted to hear. Now listen. Mirage has taken quite an interest in you.
I thought no one sees him.
They don't. He communicates through a single agent. They call him Tongue, fittingly enough.
How can I find him?
Don't get ahead of yourself. I only brought you here to fulfill our arrangement. I simply thought you'd be interested to know what impact your actions have had as of late.
What can you tell me about the Tower of Fangs?
I can tell you that even talking about it has brought about the death of more powerful men than either of us. Some say he's protected by Gandahar himself. I know you have a death wish, but some things are worse than death. Rumors say that Captain is the only one ever to go inside. Then again, rumors also say he rides a horse made of crystal.
Can you tell me about Risa?
I see that my newest pearl got herself a new admirer. She came here a few weeks ago looking for work. When she came into my office, I just couldn't refuse, if you know what I mean. I could have arranged a meeting with her in a quiet place, but I don't think you have that kind of money.
The captain. Where can I find him?
Such information isn't so simple to acquire, even for myself. All I can do is give you his name. Falanan Neiman.
No wonder everyone calls him the captain.
It's not exactly native to this region, though neither is he. He owned a slaughterhouse in Chesnadar nearly a decade ago. When the Imperials began repurposing land without compensation, he fought back. They attempted to arrest him. He killed 3 guards with his bare hands. He's been recruiting men ever since. Just enough to mess with the status quo. Their so-called guerrilla tactics usually end up leaving us with more problems. They destroy shipments we plan to steal, kill guards we pay to walk away. God, what's your interest in them?
It's personal.
A vendetta, then? I know the look. Couldn't stop you if I wanted to.
I appreciate it.
Likewise. Before you go,
Sorry, Basil, but
relax. It's simply an open offer.
what kind of offer?
I arrange fights from time to time. You know, to entertain the locals. If you ever find yourself in need of extra auras,
I'm listening.
the fights take place at the pit, the arena where the Brotherhood used to train. Speak with a run. Give him the phrase, "You can swallow a pot of blood when you're sick." He'll know that I sent you.
I thought you'd be taller.
I'm sorry?
Forgive my manners. They call me Tongue. Perhaps you've heard of me.
Like his armor.
Knowing who you are, however, is what I'm paid for.
I know who you are.
I've heard you've been asking about the Tower of Fangs. Quite carelessly, I might add. But if you'd like a more definitive answer to such an ambiguous question, I'd advise you to follow me. After you. I must apologize for this perceived dishonesty.
Open the gate. Now.
Not yet. I'm afraid I cannot ask you to perform the task at hand without knowing you are competent enough to complete it.
What the hell are you talking about?
Mr. Mirage offers you information about the whereabouts of one Captain, who, as you probably already know, is the only one to return from the tower alive.
And what does Mr. Mirage want in return?
Nothing for the moment. Mr. Mirage offers this information as a sign of good faith.
Why the trap, then?
It's nothing personal, I assure you. Mr. Mirage is very ritualistic when it pertains to hiring new people. Do you still wish to learn where to find the captain?
Yes.
Then you'll find him with his party in seclusion south of here. Less than a mile, to be more precise. He's built a camp within a small village there. I recommend inquiring about the specifics with the rebels in the area. Now, back to business. Gentlemen, you may begin. Good luck.
There always seems to be a few more of you to kill.
Quite impressive. There's a slight theatricality to your methods.
What kind of test was this?
The kind you live to complain about, apparently. Which leaves me with the pleasure of announcing that Mr. Mirage would like to make you an offer.
What if I'm not interested?
While your hesitance might be considered measurably understandable, suggesting that Mr. Mirage isn't the type of person one should consider refusing seems in order.
What's the offer?
You've made several inquiries into a series of murders that recently took place.
I have.
Then it's safe to assume you know that 8 years ago, Mr. Mirage inherited control of Hatmandor's underground.
He cut his way to the top.
In a manner of speaking. Before Mr. Mirage received his inheritance, he was forced to remove Tors Daram, his predecessor. Several of his followers, however, refused to cooperate.
I heard. He had them killed, their families as well.
After we cleansed Daram's residence, Mr. Mirage later discovered a stone left unturned. A boy. A son.
He wasn't accounted for.
Someone was silenced in his stead. Daram's nephew. The resemblance was striking. So close, in fact, that by the time we discovered our error, Daram's heir was nowhere to be found.
And now you think that he's...
Yes, this is Mr. Mirage's assumption.
And you want me to...
To correct this error, naturally.
And in return?
Money, of course. It's worth noting that the good faith he's shown thus far is extended to relevant financial matters as well. Furthermore, if you succeed, our interest in your services may prove to become much more consistent.
I'll do it.
Good. You should begin with Zask, the only remaining Durham loyalist left by both our target and our employer.
Why was he spared?
Mr. Mirage wisely assumed that if Durham's son returned to the city, he'd contact Zask. He's been monitored ever since, yet our assumption now seems flawed.
Then why bother?
We're simply interested in knowing if we missed something, so it is part of your task to discover this before our situation escalates. This is espionage, not an interrogation. Convince him to trust you. He owns a small workshop in Chesnadar. I pray that Basil hasn't...
Tell me about Zask.
His appearance betrays his age in a least ideal fashion. While he's quite old, he appears ancient. He crafts armor and weapons from his workshop in Chesnadar. While we ironically make the occasional purchase from him, he's been...
Tell me more about the boy.
He had dark hair. His name was Daniel. Though time has a way of rendering such trivial...
It seems I have work to do.
It seems you do.
What do we have here?
Hey, you. The commander told me to give you these keys.
Keys?
Yeah, keys to the gates. We cut off several parts of the desert because of the Varn infestation. Unfortunately, they've taken control of some of our outposts. Now anyone crazy enough to wander the desert needs these keys. Not to mention a big stick. Here.
Alrighty, I'm gonna head to Chesda to speak to Zarn tomorrow.
I can't believe Valerian has the guards looking for him.
Criminals or not, murder.
Maybe so. The good people are dying. Mirage may be a crook.
I'm telling you, Mirage is a woman. If he were a man, he'd go by a name like the Spectre.
Alright, well I think this is where I'm going to leave it for today. Thanks as always for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. And the likelihood that anybody that is watching this video at this exact moment is not someone that has liked the video or subscribed to the channel is almost impossible. And so, I will see you tomorrow.